What's up, baseball players? Coach Dan Blewett here. In today's video, we're going to cover three main ways that young pitchers tend to lose velocity on the mound. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Coach Dan Blewett. I'm a former pro pitcher, former baseball academy owner. I'm based here in Washington, D.C. And if you want to learn more about what I do, check out the links in the description to my online pitching books, my online courses, all these other resources if you're a baseball player, coach, or parent. So again, in today's video, we're going to cover three main ways young pitchers lose velocity on the mound. All right, number one is that they don't have a good back leg push. And here's what the back leg should and should not do. So the back leg should not just sort of cave in as we fall down the mound. What the back leg should do is, as we start to go descending down the mound, the back leg is going to tend to sort of corkscrew away, and this is going to help us use our glutes, which are our butt muscles, and that's going to help shove us down the mound. And then once we land, then that sort of corkscrewing effect is going to unwrap, and that's going to produce more power that's going to transfer through the torso up to the arm. All right, so one common way, again, that young pitchers lose velocity is they end up just caving in, and then their hips have already spent to a certain degree. So that's a big problem. The second way that a lot of young pitchers lose velocity is that they don't use their hip very well, and they end up having downward angled shoulders as they go down the mound. So once I lift my leg, what we want is for the hip to go first and my shoulders to angle slightly uphill as I descend down the slope of the mound. But what lots of young pitchers tend to do is this. They'll get here, they'll start to leak, and then they'll have slightly angled downward shoulders. And what happens here is then their front side tends to open up. They tend to rotate around the ball too much, and they tend to just like sling it with a very sloppy motion rather than using their front side to get up on top of it. So having downhill shoulders is another common way a lot of young pitchers lose velocity. And the third way that young pitchers tend to lose velocity is with their glove arm. Your glove arm has to sync up with your lower half. And what that means is that when I land, so my front foot's hit the ground, my glove arm needs to be up, whether it's exactly like this, or if it's armed like this, or slightly angled down. My glove arm needs to be up, and my shoulder should be tilted slightly upward. And so if our glove arm is way too fast, it tends to just sort of drag our chest open before it's time. So essentially the glove arm needs to match with the leg so that it gets to its position. And again, that position can look different because again, if you look at some big leaguers, when they land, they're here, they're here, they're here, they're slightly different. But the point is that their glove arm always stays in rhythm with their lower half so that they meet at that critical landing point at the same time. So it's a common problem with young pitchers that their glove arm will like do its thing and be gone, and that tends to pull their chest open too soon. And when they land with a chest that's pulled open too soon, which we call flying open, then they tend to push the ball, they lose a lot of velocity, and they don't get as much power out of their lower half and their core. So I hope today's quick video on common reasons young pitchers lose velocity was helpful to you. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my online pitching courses, my books. All those will be linked in the resources section of this description, and I'll see you here in the next video.